right, don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Website, promo code, description. Thanks. All right, man, we back. Goodfellow Sports TV. Jump right on into it. Errol Spence, possible opponents for his next fight when he get past Sean Porter. Got the word from behind the scenes. These are the four most likely candidates to take on Errol Spence in his next bout. Not sure exactly when or when it will, where it will be, but it is Manny Pacquiao, Ugas, Erislandy, Lara, and Danny Garcia. Now, some asterisks by a few of these names. All right, from what I understand, and I'll kind of do a video on it. I might upload it after this one. That Manny Pacquiao is not willing to fight Errol Spence next. But in the PBC universe, as you see a lot of guys, like according to sources, aka Mike Carpenter, say, things are changing as they go. Okay? So, you never know. Manny Pacquiao might get offered a large amount of money. Manny Pacquiao may see something in Errol Spence. Manny Pacquiao, may see a chink in his armor like he did with Keith Thurman. Pacquiao may take the fight. But what I understand is Pacquiao is still waiting on Floyd Mayweather, and he thinks Errol Spence can threaten that fight. But right now, Manny Pacquiao is still a candidate, and if he sees something that he can exploit from Errol Spence come Saturday, then Manny Pacquiao may take the fight. But right now, he's just a candidate. Then you got Danny Garcia, who is the mandatory. A lot of people don't know that. Danny Garcia is the #1 contender for the WBC. Danny Garcia has some options. Danny Garcia was the lead candidate to fight Manny Pacquiao before Mikey Garcia popped up in there. And according from him, I think it was, he said he was supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao in July, but he chose to fight Keith Thurman. So it's up to Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia can get Errol Spence next. He's #1 WBC. Mauricio Suleiman say the mandatory will be next. So Danny Garcia could get that fight if he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So that is Danny fight to lose, pretty much. Danny is the first serious candidate for that fight. So but everything, I'll say that for the next video. But Danny is a serious candidate. All right, then your Dennis Ugas. Ugas is the second, ranked #2 behind Danny Garcia. It's believed that Danny Garcia may not take the fight, which I'll wait till the next video to explain that. So your Dennis Ugas is what they pushing for behind the scenes. Ugas and Errol Spence. So Ugas is the third option. All right, really he's the second option because it's not believed that Errol Spence is going to get exposed by Sean Porter, or not planning on. Even Errol Spence say if he believes Pacquiao fight to happen in the middle of next year or later next year. But that still is a pipe dream. But really is Danny Garcia, your Dennis Ugas. So I think Ugas is down for the fight. Now, if you know your recent boxing history, Ugas was supposed to be Errol Spence mandatory in the IBF. Ugas jumped to the WBC for whatever reason that was. He got an opportunity to get a shot at Sean Porter. Some people believe he won. Some people didn't. Some people thought it was a draw. But Ugas is the most likely to get the fight. Okay, Danny Garcia is expected not to take that fight. Manny Pacquiao is expected not to take that fight. But there are some movable pieces that I explain in the next video when I drop it about Manny Pacquiao, Danny Garcia, and Sean Porter. But Ugas is expected to get the fight. And then also, I want to kind of squeeze in there before I get to the... Well, I'll wait till I talk about Lara. Now, Lara is a long shot. I guess I'm not sure what's going on with J-Rock and Lara, but Lara's name was thrown in there as an opponent for Errol Spence, a distant fourth opponent. But I guess in this hypothetical, if Lara is able to get the Julian Williams fight, which there's no guarantee that he will get that fight. There's been no real traction. They ain't really let nothing slip about that fight, but they still pushing for Lara to get the J-Rock fight. And Lara contract, according to Lawrence Williams, told me that it's stipulated that he is the main event in every one of his fights. So if J-Rock take on Lara, which I don't know what's going on, and he beats J-Rock, then Errol Spence more likely may move up and fight Lara for those 3 belts, which if you count the IBO, Super WBA, IBF, I think it's the IBF they got. So that's a distant pipe dream, but Errol and Lara will be a good fight. And you know, I don't envision that happening next. Even if Lara do defeat J-Rock, he said he didn't want to step on Jermell Charlo. And then people say, well, Jermell Charlo and Lara train together. Not no more. They've been stopped training together. Lara left Ronnie Shields. He been with Ishmael Salas in Las Vegas training now. So Lara's has no connection to Ronnie Shields. So it shouldn't stop a Jermell Charlo or a Jamal Charlo fight. So when Jermell and Lara, people wanted to see him fight, Jamal Charlo said he didn't want the fight to happen because all their kids still play with each other. And pretty much Jamal Charlo, the big brother. So I don't know if that will be stepping on Jermell Charlo's toes. But then again, Jermell Charlo would have to lose to Tony Harrison for that to happen. So a lot has to happen for Errol Spence to really consider moving up, fighting Erislandy Lara. Now, I don't know if he would kiss 147 goodbye. But once again, it's a lot of movable pieces in the Premier Boxing Champion universe. But if Tony Harrison did beat Jermell Charlo and Lara did get the J-Rock fight and beat him, then that may be a scenario for Errol to move up, fight Erislandy Lara, which I think is a tough fight for him. A tough fight for him to win. But also, there's also some talk about Erislandy Lara. There's also talk about Erislandy Lara. Not Erislandy Lara. It's also talk about his mandatory Errol Spence. They have an IBF coming up on one of them cards, Luis Collazo versus the other guy from Top Rank. Those mandatories could produce something for Errol Spence next year, and I don't think Top Rank will step aside due to them not wanting to play fair with Terrence Crawford. So Errol 2 fights next year could be any combination of these guys, and then the IBF. We know the IBF don't take step aside money, so it either he fight 3 times next year to squeeze in a Pacquiao, or to squeeze in another fight, or he gonna be fighting the WBC IBF mandatory, or he can move up and vacate, which I don't envision happening. A lot has to happen for that to happen, but it's a lot of changing parts, so things can always change, and these are the 4 likely opponents to land the fight. But I can tell you, if Sean Porter win, the landscape instantly change, and Sean Porter's life will change. I could tell you that financially, and not just from beating Errol Spence, his options. Sean Porter would have the options Errol Spence wants at 147, and I'm gonna do this video real quick so I can explain that. But right now, his options lay Pacquiao, Danny Garcia, Dennis Ugas, Lara, and you already know Errol's preference is going to be Manny Pacquiao, and then Danny Garcia, and then the rest. But how it's put to me, it's probably going to be your Dennis Ugas unless something changes. And as far as I know, Manny Pacquiao is not entertaining fighting Errol Spence. But like I said before, money can change that. Al can find the money. It might be an investor hurt. Jerry Jones wanted to put the bag up for them to bring the fight to Dallas Cowboys Stadium. So anything can change in the PBC universe. But right now, like 6 months ahead of time, probably before his next fight, it could be. If I was a bet man, I would probably say Ugas probably gets the fight unless they offer Danny Garcia or Manny Pacquiao some crazy amount of money to fight. So that is what it is. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Lotion, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, much, much more. That website, promo code in the description. Appreciate that love, support, man. And, for Errol, it is what it is. Got a good fight on Saturday. He got to win the fight first. And once he win the fight, then we'll see where he takes it to. But Obviously, his target is Manny Pacquiao, but the Lara fight kind of be a little bit crazy. But I just don't see him making that jump. But I heard that Terrence Crawford could be making a jump up to 54 real soon, and I'll speak on that at a later date. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV, we gone.